Y'all remember the teenage pregnancy craze from the early 2000s? You know, you had the countless number of TV shows about it, like Teen Mom and 16 and Pregnant. And you also had the countless number of movies about it. Like, like this one I'm talking about, Juno. Now, some people will argue that it was the cause of the whole teenage pregnancy craze and obsession, or it was the start of it. Whether or not that's true, I have no idea, but it certainly didn't help matters. Anyways, yeah. That's basically what this movie's about. Teenage pregnancy. And also forced, quirky, and snarky humor. Yeah. That's the main two things in this movie. Teenage pregnancy and quirky and snarky humor. Forced, quirky, and snarky humor, and forced quirky and snarkiness, I guess, as well. Yeah, it's the two main things in this movie. And I never liked either of those things in media. Like, I never liked the whole teenage pregnancy obsession or craze in the early 2000s. I never liked it at all. Especially in media. And I also never liked the forced, quirky, and snarky humor and forced, quirky, and snarkiness that the early 2000s seemed to be abundant with as well. I never liked either of those things. So this movie is basically just a combination of two things I just really didn't like at all. And I guess, yeah, it just means that this movie is just not for me. It's not my cup of tea. Yeah. Anyways, there's something that happens later in this movie that no one ever talks about and no one ever mentions or brings up. So later in this movie, Juno is going to give her kid up for adoption. And so she meets this couple, this wife and husband couple, and they seem really cool and nice and kind. Seem like the perfect couple to, you know, give her kid to. And she spends time with them and, you know, hangs out with them over at their house a lot. And during one of those visits, she's hanging out with the guy, the husband. And they're talking and bonding with each other because apparently they have a lot in common with each other. And I guess because of that, the husband starts weirdly flirting and coming on to Juno, who, by the way, is a pregnant teenager in this movie, and he's a adult married man. Yeah. And also he starts reconsidering his marriage to his wife because of this as well. Which is like, fucking why? It's just fucking weird and gross and creepy and completely fucking unnecessary. Like, they didn't need to put that in the fucking movie at all. Like, why didn't you just show them bonding and that's it? Why did you fucking feel the need to have a grown adult married man come onto a fucking pregnant teenager, like, and actually consider leaving his wife because of it. Like, why did they feel the need to fucking put that in the movie? It was just fucking weird, creepy, gross, and completely fucking unnecessary. It didn't need to be in this movie whatsoever. And the thing is, yeah, Juno even, in the movie, herself, realizes and is smart and is, rightfully weirded out by this and says to the husband, to the guy, stay with your wife, stay married to your wife. And she leaves, and then later, has the baby and gives it to this couple as well, which, yay, happy ending. But still, that whole fucking thing didn't need to happen, like, at all. And they just kind of treat it like it didn't even happen, mostly. Like, yeah, it did get a mention from Juno being she was kind of this smart and obviously rightfully weirded out by it, and, told the guy to stay with his wife. And she left because she didn't want to cause any drama or anything else, or any more weirdness. So, yeah, it did get that kind of mention, but other than that, it wasn't really brought up anymore. It was kind of just brushed off, like it was nothing, like it didn't even fucking happen. And, yeah, I don't see anyone talking about it online or anywhere else. People just seem to forget that it even happened in this movie. And it's just weird. And, yeah, I just felt like mentioning it. So, yeah.